YouTube? Welcome to Cameron's Corner number 1. I am CJ Roslin95, aka Cameron Spanky Wagman, if you didn't get it in the opening sequence. But, today I am here to talk about wrestling, of course. Everybody's favorite show in the world, wrestling. And, today's topic really is going to be about what makes a champion, because I've noticed a lot of people hate, The Miz, and people are tired of Kane and stuff, and I'm going to explain why I think they are where they are. First off, I'm going to start off with The Miz, and then I'm going to move on to every other champion that there is today, which I'm going to have to look up shortly. But anyway, first off, Miz. Him and Morrison, years ago, tag teamed on ECW. They were part of the Dirt Sheet Duo, I guess is what they're officially called. Sorry, my head's a little itchy today. One thing I know, Miz carried Morrison on the mic, honestly. And then Morrison carried Miz in the ring. But with time, Miz began to get better in ring, and eventually became honestly a good wrestler. But the number one reason why I think Miz is champion right now and Morrison isn't is because he actually has mic skills where Morrison really doesn't. But yeah, and people are always they apparently hate Miz. I have no clue why. I've actually been a big fan of Miz's since around the time he beat Kofi Kingston for the U.S. Championship back at Hell in a Cell? No. Yeah, I think it was Hell in a Cell, I can't remember. Anyway, next is Kane. This is only Kane's third World Championship run, third if you count the ECW Championship. His first was in 1999, and it was a one-day-long WWF Championship run. He'd lose the title 24 hours later to Austin. He won it in a First Blood match where Undertaker, had attacked Austin. Then he beat Chavo Guerrero, at WrestleMania 24 in 8 seconds. And, of course, he used his Money in the Bank briefcase at Money in the Bank, same night he got it, to beat Rey Mysterio for the championship. So, Kane, he hasn't exactly had much success in WWE, but he's finally getting a push that he really does deserve. It's something that should have came to him a long time ago. Honestly, I watched SmackDown a few months ago for the first time in a long time whenever I heard about the whole Undertaker-Kane storyline. And I wanted to see how well Kane did with his promos, and actually, I liked his promos. His promos were excellent. But, son of a bitch. Sorry, guys, I just, I fucked with my, open window, and this thing doesn't get any bigger, oh well. But yeah, Kane's promos were excellent, all leading up to him becoming champion. So again, with the mic skills, not to mention he's not half bad in the ring. Well, he's got about as much talent as anybody else, really. He's just got a push that's been coming to him for a long time. Alright, moving on. Next, I will talk about, Daniel Bryan, the United States Champion of Raw. Well, of WWE, but of course, he's on Raw. I'm not really into the independent circuit. I've watched a lot of wrestling all my life. I'm 15 now, about to turn 16. The most recent thing I can remember is, me watching it at age 3. Of course, I can remember what happened on Raw the night after I was born, but that's horrible. Anyway, Bryan, he is a great wrestler. Honestly, I first saw him on NXT Season 1, and I was very impressed with him. He stuck around with Jericho on the first episode really well, which really impressed me because Jericho is a top-notch wrestler. He's one of the best in the world. Well, he basically is the best in the world right now, besides like AJ and Kurt Angle. But Daniel, his LeBell lock that he learned from that LeBell guy, it's pretty good. It can come out of nowhere. It actually hurts like a bitch. I've been locked in it. Uh, he doesn't have much mic skills. He's great in the ring. Uh, I guess his recent thing is being with the Bellas or something. But yeah, Brian, everybody's really happy that he's champion. Who's next? Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler. Uh, what's up with this deal with Vicky? What the fuck is that? I don't get that. Why would you want to be put in the storyline with Vicky? That's really annoying. Edge did it. Well, of course, Chavo did it. So did Benoit and Ray. Speaking of Benoit, rest in peace. On a side note, I choose not to remember him for what he did in his final days of living, but for what he did in the ring and for the WWE. He was a great wrestler, terrific in the ring. Anyway, back to Ziggler. He has been around since the days of the Spirit Squad. Yes, he went out there and he made a fool out of himself for Vince, just as a male cheerleader, a part of the Spirit Squad, the worst stable in the history of WWE ever. Ever. But I've liked Ziggler for a while. He's actually really talented. I don't exactly like that they have him using a rear naked choke as a finishing move. I prefer the zigzag, mainly because it's really fun to do when you're cousin. Shit. Sorry if I'm like saying a lot. I'm saying all this shit off the top of my head. But there I go again. Anyway, Ziggler, of course, he had to cheat to win, but that's just his character. I don't really mind it a lot. Actually, Ziggler's really talented, more talented than Kofi Kingston, really. Kofi Kingston's actually quite boring. Shit. But that's about all I can say about him. Next up, we've got the WWE Tag Team Champions, or I'm going to say they're still the Unified Tag Team Champions. Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov. What the fuck is up with that? What are they called exactly? Vladarella, I think. Honestly, Santino, I'm glad he got a title. He finally need one, because the only reason WWE is really keeping him around is because he's honestly he's the comedic relief. He's the humor of Raw right now. I mean, if you watched like last month now, his promo, him and Vladimir and Sheamus tea time with Santino, that was hilarious. I could not stop laughing at that. It was just so fucking funny. Shit. And Vladimir Kozlov, he's not really much of the Moscow Mauler anymore. He's more of the wisecracking Russian. But enough about them. Let's go on to Natalya, the Divas champion. I'm not even going to get started on the Divas. They are a bunch of wasted time, although Natalya does deserve the belt. I'm tired of the Divas. I mean, honestly, if you've seen Matthew, Table of Japan, all that shit, the Botchamania, I don't see why he doesn't just make them all Divas, because most of their matches are botched. Botched to hell. Speaking of botches, I've botched a lot of matches. Alright, well now I'm just randomly blabbering. I've been going on for about, hold on, 9 minutes now. Shit, so, click up there. There's a subscribe button. I'll be making more videos soon. Probably some wrestling videos as well. I should have more videos one of those ways. I can't exactly tell. Other than that, have a nice day. Deuce. Champion up the